Yo, bartender.
Bar's closed.
Hey, yo, bartender, what's good, man? Let me get a drink, man. Let me get a shot.
Hey, man, I know you just put up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you mean to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man, I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to her. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get you one drink, cause it look like you need
one drink. I can do one drink. I can do one drink, cause I really yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things I want to bar to you about is Bar Talk. And one of the things I want to tell y'all about Bar Talk, I want to break it all the way down and say what it is. Because, you know, we on an exclusive spot. And I want to make, yeah, sure, everybody know exactly what Bar Talk's about. Everybody thinks it's all about the liquor, and it's not. Bar Talk was created because a lot of people wasn't going to church. A lot of people was going to the bar. And they was going to a bar telling the bartender all their problems. Yes. So I came up with the whole concept of pour your problems out with me. Because, again, you got to get it out. And, again, I'm an ear to listen to. And a lot of times just getting it out heals you.
Yes.
And that's what this show was all about. And that's one of the things I wanted to make sure you knew what Bar Talk stand for. Because everybody be thinking it's just about the bar. I ain't pouring the liquor. I want you to pour out your problems.
Yes.
It just already know once you get a little liquor up, it can seem to flow out.
It just seemed to flow out,
So
right?
We ain't trying to get you drunk. We trying to get you right.
There you go.
And that's what we trying to do right here at Bar Talk. But again, I got to bring this person who's been sitting next to me for over 7 years. This man right here been rocking with me, and I've been appreciating him, but he always come in with a smile. Craftmatic, how you doing tonight, big baby?
I'm doing extra fabulous tonight.
Wait, extra?
Extra. You don't see all these beautiful women around us, man?
I was about to get to that.
Yeah, man.
I was just about to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm feeling real good tonight.
But you ain't going to get me in trouble saying that's why I'm smiling. I'm just trying to say I'm trying to be a good host.
Let's do a proper introduction. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
In the building.
And we are here to liberate your minds and souls with a fabulous dialogue.
Yes.
We're just going to chop it up here on the subject a little bit. And in the discussion, what happens is we all grow. We all find new ways to operate and make some decisions. In fact, I want you to make some decisions as you listen to this conversation, because it nurtures your spirit and it gives you bricks in your armor, so that when you finally get to the situation, you've already made the decision that needs to be made. Right.
Yes.
So kind of therapeutic, right?
Yes.
But we are here in the home of Miss Jaquita. And I would
I'm sorry.
Laquita. I got it wrong.
Just call me Q.
I like that even better. So tell us, what is this event all about? Where we going here?
We're just gathering today amongst friends, having some food and bites and making cocktails. Actually, we're going to be making 2 cocktails tonight from our featured bartenders. We have a group of bartending friends, so you all were invited
I like that.
to come and taste some cocktails.
Yes.
And entertain with some conversation.
Okay.
So my girlfriend Rochelle, she's a bartender, ex-hairstylist, and now she's bartending. So people talk to her all the time.
Yes, they do. Welcome. Yes. Glad to have you. You mentioned earlier that you do a lot of therapy in the chair, right?
Yeah. If they come
And the bar.
And the bar.
And the bar.
And the
Retired hairstylist.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, we want to open up the conversation tonight, kind of wide open, and we may end up anywhere under the sun.
Okay.
But what we're talking about tonight, the subject is: have you met someone too damaged to be in a healthy relationship?
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
What were the signs? And ladies, you are all welcome to come over, get on the mic, in front of the camera, and let's hear from you. One of the things that we miss dramatically is a woman's opinion, right? Because it's usually Jay sitting there, and we've been, doing this show for years and years and years, and I think we need more of a woman's perspective.
Exactly. Since we are, we're the nurturers, we take care of business. We have always stepped in and taken care of our men, our children, our friends, our family.
Yes.
And, so most definitely you want our
Absolutely.
Yeah. And literally, you have been the backbone of our culture. No ifs, ands, and buts about it,
Let me
right?
say thank you ahead of time.
Yeah.
You will.
But we all know how difficult relations can be.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we all know that most of them are not making it. Most of them are failing, right? We know that 50% of marriages are failing, and we know that only half of the other people who are together are happy. So literally 75% of the community of love are unhappy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes we are entering into relationships because we have that feeling.
Sorry. I was just for the door.
So we oftentimes have these encounters with people who it feels so right at first. It feels so right early in the game.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden we figure out something about them that changes the game.
Yes.
That opens the door up.
Mental health.
Yes. Okay.
Trauma.
Yes. And
Lack of love.
tell us a little bit about that. What are you referring to here? You saying that what you experience in men, a lot of that?
I have before experienced, mental health, trauma. Not that they're not good people. It's just, hurt people hurt people.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
If they haven't been loved properly, they can't love properly.
Mm.
So with that being said, most of our communities, our mothers and our fathers,
Yes.
and the children.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly right. That's
Exactly
right.
But it all comes from what? 400 years of oppression. It comes from slavery.
Yes.
It comes from broken families. It
Yes.
comes from that,
Yes.
And sometimes it's generation after generation before it's broken. We're in a state of, it was 400 years ago, maybe going on 500 years,
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago that, 70 years ago, we were in slavery?
We were in
80
Yeah.
years?
Yeah. My great-great-grandmother lived on a plantation.
50 years old.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And wasn't long.
And it's still the result of it,
Absolutely.
broken homes and I think the laws.
The laws, yes.
People
There's a lot working
pressure.
against our families. There's a lot working against
They
relationships.
were put in place to oppress. The laws is working perfectly
Mm.
for those who put them in place.
Mm.
For them.
Let's just be
For
clear.
them.
Yeah, the laws,
It wasn't for us.
the laws are working perfectly for those who put them in place because it wasn't meant for us to do anything or prosper or move forward on any kind of level.
And listen, that is no longer a conspiracy. We are completely aware that we are being oppressed in many different ways.
Rodney King.
Yeah,
George
I'm a member of a fatherhood program, and we talk all the time about the statistics. And basically, 78% of all black families in America are without a man in the house.
Okay.
Right.
Now, what that suggests is that these relationships are not working out, and they're not working out typically because we have baggage. They're not working out because we don't know how to communicate. They're not working out because we've never really had a lifetime relationship with anybody. And we don't know how to have lifetime relationships, not even with our own mother and father sometimes, right? It gets challenging. So just imagine bringing in a stranger who has 20 years in history and 30, 40 years ahead of them, and you have no clue who they are. You have no clue what they bring to the table. It takes time to figure those things out. And so you're operating in the midst of, hey, I'm liking this person, I'm caring for this person, I'm feeling this person, and then what kind of things are you experiencing that turns you away from a relationship? That you say, you know what, I've seen that before. That's not gonna work for me. What is that? What are those things that you've seen? I know you mentioned mental health, but give us some examples of maybe an episode that may be a little extreme. Anything?
They kept bringing them up.
Well, I had many extremes.
Many of them.
I mean, yeah, I believe that I've experienced domestic violence.
Ooh.
I've experienced lying, envy, jealousy. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
But even in the relationship, what I experienced most was the lack of transparency,
Ooh.
the lack of understanding and accepting people for who they are and what they are and where they are,
Right.
and learning how to set boundaries and put people where they belong.
Yes.
Sometimes they just don't belong in your life. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
And shit happens, but I have given it a hard try several times. I was in a relationship and we had children together and everything. And time was apart. And then I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have my family. You know, I'm going to have the father in the home to my daughter.
Yes.
You know,
we all long for it.
Yeah. But I'm not going to tolerate abuse, mental abuse, or even just the lack of self-discovery or self-acceptance or self-love, you know? So that drives the bridge, but it's what I desire because I want to be with my kind. I want to stay with a black man, you know, and I've experienced, 50 years, you know? You had different situations in every relationship, you know, from cheating, from lying, from abuse, from, you know, and I have been loved as well.
So listen, all of that, and it for us, it's become normality. It's right. It's kind of how
we just deal with.
Yeah, we assess people, we move on. We assess people, we move on. We assess people, and 40, 50 years of assessing people moving on. That's got to change it. That's got to change the way that you look at people and the way that you look at potentially your promised land of love and having that special someone in your life. I would think automatically, for me, it's just caused me to put up a wall. Right? And the only thing I really let through the wall is companionship. And if I find companionship,
well, what about
there might be something else.
What about communication?
Yes, all of that. And communication is a part of companionship. It's kind of that equally yoked scenario. And you may not know that
often. Like, are you often equally yoked with
that's an excellent question.
Would be an
and here's what I was getting to. If there's 10 men in front of you, how many men do you really believe is an opportunity for you to find something magical?
Oh, the statistics are low.
The statistics are low. We're talking 20%? 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 men probably own some books.
If you're looking at it from that perspective, then okay. But in our reality, you can't necessarily put a number on that because you don't know who it is.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
Let's just be clear on that. You know what I'm saying? You can easily say statistically that's what's going on.
Right.
That's the norm now. Everybody looking at the numbers and trying to figure out what's what, and that's what they go by.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right.
You're not really going to know what's really going on until you actually experience that person. You know
Time.
Right.
You're going to have to talk to them and see what's up because you can be completely compatible with a motherfucker that you would never even think of.
Yeah, absolutely. You could. In fact, typically it's going to come in a package that you're not familiar with. And you may reject it just because it is an unfamiliar package.
You reject it because it's unfamiliar.
It's an unfamiliar package.
But nowadays, I feel like women and men are becoming more transparent with themselves and actually step out there and be like, okay, let me see if this energy is matched. Because everybody's on the energy thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's
and their representative is showing presence in 6 months.
They're noticing they're coming aware of their chakras and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? So people are starting to become more aware within themselves and get more transparent with someone else.
Absolutely.
You understand? And I think that nowadays, even though it's different, it's becoming more common. Because it's not something that we've always known. It's like, oh, no, ain't nothing going on. But when you've been from there, because I'm 55, I'll be 55 this year. So I was there when the welfare came and knocked on your door and said, you got a man up in here.
Right.
And that was done purposely.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
To remove the man from the home.
You know what I'm saying? I was a little girl when this shit was going on.
Right.
So coming from that part to witnessing this part, there's an evolve.
There's a shift.
There's a shift.
In our younger fathers, a lot of the younger fathers, ages 20 to 27 years old, have stepped up to being fathers and wanting to be in the home and wanting to be present in the families. You understand?
They've always wanted to. And
wanting and acting is two separate.
And that's a problematic equation because just because I'm not there doesn't mean I want to be there. Just because I can't make it happen.
But you have to be present.
But you have to
being present is essential to loving.
Absolutely. Now, and listen, the reason I was asking the 2 out of 10 question was because we live in a dark world. And you really have to be careful. You have to put your guard up a little bit. You have to pay attention to who's in front of you. You have to pay attention to, how they behave, their skin, all that.
There's a connection that people are starting to become aware of. Like if you talking to someone and you getting a good vibe from it, there's a connection. And back then we didn't pay attention to those connections.
Right.
Now we're starting to pay attention to it because I'm like, have a connection that my energy, if your energy
We
is
don't have the vibe.
oh, this bitch got a whole attitude. This nigga got an attitude, and we'll still fuck with him.
Right.
We'll look over this shit.
Right.
Nowadays we're starting to be aware.
Right.
More than not. I heard that.
Yeah.
More than not.
Yeah.
You know, now we're starting to be more aware of like, I'm not even going there because we're not equally yoked.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Equally yoked makes all the difference. And
It does. But I gotta admit, Kraft, you said something. You said a wall. And that's what a lot of people are building up. And again, I learned through relationships, I stopped building a wall and I built boundaries.
okay.
Because if I don't have them, then what am I dating or who am I talking to see if they do? And if I'm telling you mine on the upfront and you're willing to try to change them, then you already going to make me see you in a way that it might not work immediately. Right. Because I've been through enough not to say I'm perfect, but I can tell you some things I'm not going to tolerate no longer. And that's abuse and anything else. And them lines, I don't have to continue going there when I can just tell you. It's just in conversation with a person. I don't have to bring up a lot of my past, but you can understand that I'm healing from them.
And listen,
but I can also tell you where I'm at. And I can correspond with you about some things that go on with you without getting all into what you was.
Right.
When I get conversations and I hear more about the ex and all the stuff that he did, I'm automatically pushing back because at this point, I don't know if you're trauma dumping. I don't know if you got past that. And again, hurt people. Well, I don't need to be hurt by all your past when I'm trying to know you.
Right.
Because I got past some of the stuff I've been through, so I don't have to mention them. I mention me. Because I'm still here there now.
Yeah, but Judge, at especially at our age bracket, people that we're going to have some room.
We at 54. Say it, I say it.
People that we meet grown people who done had some life behind them. Maybe they've already had a previous spouse, they've already had kids, they've already owned homes, they've already been there and done that. And they're gonna have some wounds. So in order for us to be open to the idea of finding love in your latter years of life.
What we talking about? What y'all was talking about in the kitchen?
Yeah, we talking about finding that special someone, and they have baggage, and how do you deal with that baggage?
Finding baggage?
We're trying to find it.
Yeah,
that's what people care.
We're talking about men. We're talking about dating or trying to find a significant someone, but they're too broken. They're too broken to, and you can see it.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes you let them know you see it. Sometimes you really don't have a reason to let them know you see it. You just fade away.
Right.
You just make another decision. And it doesn't mean you have to throw people away, right? We're not talking about throwing people away. But we are talking about you just can't come into too close a company with somebody who's not nearly equal to you, right?
Yes, please.
Because people are bringing some bad spirits,
right?
And they're bringing some things that you just don't want around you. Maybe negativity, maybe they're maybe they got some bad habits. They drink too much. They want to buy too much.
They say, and that way we can find out more what they got to say.
Have you ever met some damaged men?
Well,
or damaged women?
Say your name first.
Hey, do I answer the question or do I introduce myself? Okay, so I am Nicole. How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing
on
good.
This beautiful Friendsgiving.
Yes.
Coming up into this situation called Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry. That just don't have to you. I'm expressing every day. Right. Not just on the Thanksgiving holiday, as they say, but I'm thankful every day, every single day.
Absolutely.
So again, I'm gonna pick that to over here. I'm Nicole.
Okay.
I'm a mixologist. Follow my Instagram on Master Mixologist of Atlanta.
Yes, ma'am. I love it.
Yeah. And so let's talk about the conversation. Well, let me let Cash introduce herself too, because I just did it. No. right.
That's cool. No, I'm Cash Howard.
Talk right into mine. Okay.
very familiar with the mic. No, I mean, you were talking about damaged men or damaged people. I think we are in a time where people are becoming desensitized.
Yes.
I think we are in a place that none of us could ever think we would be in. Like, I'm sure most people that are single didn't see that for themselves.
Right. Right.
So you try to figure out how to maneuver, how to cope. You try to figure out how to just be present. You try to figure out how to have grace.
Yes.
When there are times when you want to be belligerent, because you're like so tired of saying you're tired. You're so sick of meeting people. You're so sick of being let down, starting over.
Yes.
But as you constantly grow and wait, not even wait, I don't want to say that word wait, but as life continues,
right?
Time don't wait for no one. Right. So some people decide to settle because they don't want to be alone.
Okay.
Some people try things that they never tried.
Okay.
And maybe that still don't work.
Right.
Because you guys are not equally yoked. You guys are not vibing. You guys don't really have the same point of view on things.
Right.
What you care about, they could care less about. Your triggers are triggered by this person. You don't even know those type of things triggered you until you met that person.
Right. So watch this. Again, we've all been through this, up and down and up and down and up and down, to never have that long term. Do we still believe in love?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Across the board.
Love lives.
Love lives.
That's it. But I think though, at a certain place in life, you have to also lean on intellectual, like, you got to use your brain more than your heart, I think.
Yes.
Because love has not saved the day. You wouldn't be single. We wouldn't be having this conversation. So it takes so much more than love to make situations work.
True.
I think we overplay love.
Yes. We do overplay love. That's exactly
love.
right. Yeah.
I think I don't know who taught us this fairy tale. I don't know who because growing up,
all the stories.
The fictitious things about life, the white picket fence and
that's bullshit.
Picket fence. So the American dream is not my dream.
Right.
So I think we start diving in those falsehoods, and we try to meet them and measure up, and then we fall short over and over and over because that might not be your rite of passage.
Yeah, and you were getting to what happens after you fall over and over and over. Sometimes some people just give up.
Yeah.
Right. Some people decide, hey, I'm just gonna live this life alone, and if I have a special someone, if I have a close friend, I'm really kind of at my peak for life.
Yeah.
It will wear you down. It really will. It will. Yeah. It will take the spirit of seeking love out of you.
It will.
Right. And maybe sometimes that's good for us. I have discovered that is good for us.
Right.
Unfortunately, that when I'm in a relationship, I pour in, and I'm really pouring in probably too much.
Yeah.
I'm really not taking care of myself. That was my greatest lesson from my previous relationship. When I exited the relationship, I remember missing all the prayer time, and I remember missing spending time with my friends, and I remember not buying myself stuff, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, and so I think sometimes those times when we're apart from other people, it really gives us an opportunity to nurture ourselves, which is what we were supposed to be doing in the first place, right? But we're leaning on this fairy tale that we call love, and this is how I describe it: that young people, they'll start to like and start to love and start to feel those feelings and emotions, and then between 18 and 25 we meet somebody who just blows our wig back, and we fall in love, and then 2 or 3 years down the road, that's not the same person.
You don't even like them. You don't even know that person.
You don't even know them. You don't like, maybe not even 2 years. Maybe 2 months.
Yeah, the honeymoon phase is over, and you get to meet the person and not the representative.
Right.
Yeah, but this is the thing though with that. This is the catch, right? we don't even know what love is at that age
know.
when we think we've fallen in love, right? Because then when people say I love you and I love you unconditional, but here come the conditions and you gone.
Right.
So how can you say you love somebody unconditional when the conditions show themselves?
Yeah.
You
You
out.
don't like the conditions that you said.
You don't like, yeah, but you say you love me. So that's what I mean when I say I think we overplay the concept of love.
Yeah, and so what we've always thought of as a good, healthy relationship, especially in terms of love, is not really what it is.
No, it's not.
Because if you think about people who've been married 20, 30, 40 years, they'll tell you they spend a lot of time not liking each other. They spend a lot of time, sleeping in separate rooms, taking separate vacations. But yet they love that person.
I believe you can totally love someone and not like them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What kind of life is that? What kind of
It's real. It's just the truth. It's just getting to the underbelly of it. Like,
And so that takes all the spice out of.
well, sometimes you can even get married or be in a relationship with someone and you think you like them. The more and more you get to know them, the more and more you see how they treat life. The more and more you see how they land when they say things to you, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of people are not aware of how they land. They say things and they're saying like da 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 da, but you're not aware how that lands.
Right. What you're really doing is looking down at me.
Yeah.
What you're really doing is you're trying to control me.
So then here comes the I don't really like you.
I don't like your ass. Yeah.
I don't really like you. But my heart is in it and I love you, so I'm kind of stuck a little.
Yeah.
Because I love you, but I don't really like you. So what I'm trying to do now is get to really like you. Because you're growing, I'm growing.
Right.
Things maybe I thought were cool, I no longer think are cool now.
Right.
Things that I probably thought I liked about you, I want you to grow out of.
Yes.
I like those things then, but I don't like
Yes.
those things now.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, that's a principle, right? The very thing that attracts you to a person will be the very thing that gets on your last nerve in a relationship.
Yes.
And so, for us to all engage in this healthy relationship, we all have to be aware of these things. Nobody teaches these things.
No one teaches these things. You know, it's funny to say that. This guy that I was dating, and I said, none of us are pros at this. No one knows dating 101. Like, I'm new at this shit, right? Like, I don't know all the answers. You don't know all the answers, because here we are.
Right.
So there's that.
There's that.
So, you know what I mean? Like, you're here, I'm here.
Right.
So you don't have all the answers. I've been married before.
Right.
And I've dated guys that have been married before. And none of us have the answers. Because we're still waiting on that. And we don't even know what that is.
We can't even identify. What is
that?
It's like raising a
And we
baby.
all say what? You know it when you see it.
Yeah. You might know it when you see it. You might know it when you see it. Sometimes you don't know how good it is until you get down in the midst of it.
Absolutely.
That's when you have to be aligned within yourself. Yeah, and that's when you have to be aligned within yourself.
Yes.
And you have to know who you are.
Yes.
Because people are always saying what it is they want. They have this list. They have this motherfucking persona, all this shit. But at the end of the day is when you really work on yourself and when you really dive deep down into yourself and you do your shadow work and know who you are and allow that inner child to live through within,
Yes.
that's when you actually attract what you really are. Because you are what you attract.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I totally
You are.
believe that.
Yeah,
I totally
you are.
believe sometimes we're not like, and then also like, sometimes God got to show us who don't supposed to go because everybody can't go.
Everybody can go.
Everybody can't go. Everybody absolutely cannot go.
That's right.
So sometimes we got to go through in order to get through. Sometimes we got to be tested to have a testimony.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then also we don't know who we are until later in life.
Yes. Until we don't went through some things.
Yeah. How we come out of that, how we handle that.
Because okay, I'm in my 40s, and I would not do some of the things my 20-year-old self did,
Right.
or my 30-year-old self
Right.
tolerated. So sometimes I think some people are easier to be subjected to whatever life throws them. This is just how he is. Like, we all got those friends, and we may not like their mate, and then the friend will say, that's just how he is.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
They'll say, that's just how he is.
Right.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, that means there's a portion of, see, and here's the thing, we have to dissect all these people, and there's a portion that we really, really love, and there's a portion we really, really like, and then there's a portion that
But
we
you
don't
want to know?
like.
You want to know the irony behind all of that? That's just how he is who you're dating.
Yeah.
Or perhaps
That's who
married
you're
to.
dating and married to. That's your mate.
That's your baby dad.
So 9 times out of 10, that part is the majority of the part. It's like, I really love him other than when he did it, and when he don't did it. But boo, my guy, that's who you're with. Your other thans are who you are with.
Yeah.
I tell my friends all the time, yeah, I'm single because like I know I can pick.
Right.
Although my list might not be what I want it to be on,
Right.
but I'm not settling.
Right.
We can all have a man, you can have a woman, you can have a woman, but if you come with a certain status quote or you come with a certain type that you know you want, like you're not settling. You're refusing to do certain things that certain people tolerate. That's a level of discipline most people don't have. That's a level of love, self-love, that most people don't have.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? Where you're not kept.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're kept, that makes you have a whole nother kind of mindset. You're tolerant of it all. I had a friend, her dude cheated on her. And she asked him, she was like, why would you do that? He said, because I felt like I had leverage. I take care of you.
Oh shit. Hold on.
He said that really.
One more.
I had a homegirl,
Yes.
and her dude cheated on her.
Yeah.
Well-to-do guy, right? Takes care of her. She's a gorgeous girl. And he said, because I felt like I had leverage, I take care of you.
He had power over her. That's fucked up. That's
Okay?
And listen,
Straight face.
And he meant every bit of that.
and he meant it because somewhere he learned it. And somebody tolerated it.
But women do
But see, one thing about it,
Women do the same thing.
Yeah.
but it's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
Oh, you're right. Because we have more power most of the time than anyway.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm not trying to say it's not a thing. But do you understand what you are ultimately now signing up for when you taking back and forgiving?
Yeah, you are belittling the fuck out of yourself. Yeah. You are lowering yourself and you are taking everything away from yourself that you possibly can be. Like I understand what you're saying because that is a thing. A man will have you or ask you or make it seem like you don't have to do anything. I got you. You don't have to do anything.
What you say?
At first I was like really mad at the guy for saying that,
Right.
but I'm really not mad at him for saying that because that's how he feels and he's expressing that. But the young lady, like whoever we're talking about, I could see that 2 ways. Like, if she really needed his help,
Right.
and those are the rules, because you know what you mess with also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? You know
What you're willing to settle for.
You know from the beginning, if you're messing with a guy that's got multiple women, you're gonna start finding out.
Right.
So if that's what kind of relationship they had, and that was his answer, then that was just how they do things over there.
But he told me to.
But the thing is that the flip side of that wasn't how they do things. But I this is what I say to
I was
him.
mad, but since I've been,
I'm not mad at him because I love honesty. I'm not mad at him because
yeah,
I love the honesty, and this is where grace come in, right? Like, listen. This is what I. But listen, let me say this.
a bit more serious with the person that he was.
No, it wasn't. It was just it was a situation where it was a hit and run. And he totally loved his girl. But listen, ladies, this is what I want to say. And this is kind of a teachable moment, right?
Right.
Because when I spoke to her about this, she said she was so distraught and she was crying and she was just like all in her feelings. I let her get it out. And then she said, I'm going to leave. I was like, hold on. We're not going to make permanent decisions on a temporary emotion.
Right.
Well, it depends on how we are.
Listen to me. 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 The whole point of me saying that is because I'm looking at your situation. This is what we can't do as women. And guys, I'm sorry if this shun you in any way, but this is just what it is. I'm not going to tell my, can I speak candidly on here? Can I speak candidly? I'm not going to tell my bitch to leave her amazing lifestyle and situation because this other bitch who just the moment bitch, you don't get to change my lifestyle overnight because I'm emotional.
Yeah, right.
You don't get to change my lifestyle. And listen, and it ain't about not having principles. It's your current situation.
It's your current situation.
Did you put anything away? This me. I'm like, did you do it like I asked you? Did you put any, when you wanted the shoes, did you get the money for the shoes, but put the shit in the bank?
Right.
You didn't do that this year.
No.
Did you get the car in your name like I asked you? The pink slip. Can you tell me?
She forgot her
You didn't do that either.
Yeah.
Bitch, chill out.
Yeah.
Right.
You sitting there and waiting to throw it out of. I'm gonna need you to chill out. But I'm gonna need you to chill out for you. But we gonna give him a hard time.
Yeah.
But you ain't going nowhere.
Cash. And that's exactly why he did it.
Yeah. But
And
that's exactly why he did it.
What?
When you show up with nothing, you telling them they treat you how they meet you.
Yeah.
They treat you how they meet you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the type of shit right
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? They treat you how they meet you.
But watch this.
Absolutely.
I think they treat you to once they find out who you are. Because
That's an addition.
That's
That's an addiction.
That comes later.
How to piss in our window to throw it out. That doesn't mean that you can still represent yourself in a ladylike way and make a man respect you.
Oh, he respects her down. Oh, he respects her down. Because in order for a man, I'm not a man, but I've been catered by men. He didn't, but that's from a woman perspective. See, we put a lot on sex. They don't.
Right.
Like, we put a lot on sex.
Absolutely.
Men don't put a lot on sex. That's why when we cheat, it hit different when they cheat. Because we don't cheat just just because, guys, I want to.
We've already emotionally disconnected.
So he respected her. I'm able to separate the two. And it's like, how can you say he respected her and he cheated? Whole nother scenario situation. Had nothing to do with her. Listen, have you ever called somebody and they upset and they yelling and it's like, damn, what's wrong with you? And it's like, cuz, such and such. And you know it ain't got shit to do with you, but you getting the wrath, you getting
the indirect
anger, misplaced emotions.
Yeah.
That shit is real.
Yeah. But listen, here goes the thing. You can counsel her in that way. But if the nigga keep doing it over and over and over, it's a wrap.
I get it.
You gotta start making plans.
I get it. But she ain't made the plans. So that was a teachable moment because she's like, wow, I gotta
use and utilize the situation until you get prepared.
Absolutely. And I don't look at it like she's using him because that's when, like, okay, he's doing wrong, and now she's preparing herself. She's pivoting.
Okay, she's making a transition.
So here comes the shift, and otherwise she would have been wide open like she's been. So he made the shift, but I had already told her from the jump to be on some stores. Put some money up. Because certain guys gonna do certain things. If you're dating high value type of men, they feel a different level of entitlement because you got these little cheap, little $2, little 20-some-year-olds who doing things that we would never do in our 20s.
Right.
Like you couldn't look my way if you weren't talking some major bread.
Yeah.
Right.
And then if you felt bold and you stepped, you with it.
Yeah.
And that with it ain't no hundreds.
Right.
Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. My era of women were different.
Yeah.
Like, if you got a certain kind of woman near you, like, you just had to come with it. And the man know it. Like, he knew it. He didn't even try certain women. Now, all men from all levels of life at any woman, because you're a bad bitch, you fly. No, you don't get to come over here. How dare you with that cup of courage?
Right.
No, you ain't even ready to
date or take on nobody. You live in your mom's basement.
Find somebody to play with.
But listen, there's only 13-15% of the men who are prosperous. Everybody else living paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
85% of the men, 85% of women living paycheck to paycheck.
Absolutely.
So you really put yourself in the upper echelon, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it makes it much less likely you're going to find that Mr. Right. It's going to make it much less likely you're going to find that right companion, because the person who's probably really for you, not to say that they're not prosperous, but if they're not prosperous, then you got to look deeper into their heart. You got to look deeper into their richness of life, their quality, what they, their wisdom, their go get them.
I'm tired of that. Like
that's all we got to offer.
You know what it is? Like we ain't really looking for no nigga coming at us with no potential. We need you to have an intro already. Like, cause that's the thing. Like, when you come around. We tried that approach, right? Did we not try that approach? Like, but he's a good man, Savannah.
But that's all what's out here, man. 85% of all of them are just good men.
They don't have it. What does that mean? What is a good man?
Excuse me,
I mean, a righteous person.
I blame it on some of the men's moms. Like, some men, some of the situations are really ridiculous, and they forget the roles. Like, excuse me, like, let me wear my panties and you wear your boxers.
Yeah, this man real sassy.
Like, it's like, I have been over people's houses where the trash is sitting there and there's a man walking around.
Right.
How are we gonna even get down the road? You don't even know how to take out the fucking trash.
That's good.
Like, if they want to say, "Oh, my man, girl, stop."
Yeah.
You got. I was raised, we got chores.
Right.
Yeah.
It ain't you just get up and leave and talk about, oh, I'm rich and I can do now, motherfucker.
That's right.
And it's the women's fault. Because they let them come in, and by the time they get tired of that shit, it's too late.
Yeah.
That's what you've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years.
And if you settle for it 5 or 6 years, it probably ain't gonna change.
Yeah. And to me, that's just an insecure woman. If you can't tell your man, like, this is and these women have children with these men, and, y'all got kids, y'all should be setting examples. Do your part at home.
Yeah.
Why you calling a line car service and you got to ride in lawnmower? Damn.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's how I feel, and I think it's sad because the women, most of these problems are coming from the women that want a man too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they let them do whatever the hell they want to do,
Right.
and then they meet a real woman.
And they know how to treat.
Oh, you two, nah, motherfucker.
Yeah. I got down.
You saw them with 50. Clap that out. You don't say that like that.
I'm saying that's what
We're challenging. Why? Because a lot of men that's in my age groups, they've been through so much craziness with the women over the years or whatever. And so when they decide, they're like, okay, I'm going to date and everything, but I'm going to sit back.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit back and let her come to me. And I had to tell a friend of mine, like, you're going to sit back and let her choose you, but when I get in a relationship, you want to have the pants on. Because if someone's strong enough to come and step to you, they'll be like, oh, okay, so my name is Rochelle, and yada, keep on whatever. You sit back and let her do everything. She's already up top.
She has to be an alpha female. Which in turn don't translate well with another male that's more like men are the aggressors, the leaders, and the more masculine. Yeah.
This is not a good look.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because you sit back because you're tired and you don't want to have those challenges. You're going through challenges for the rest of your fucking life.
I mean, listen, what it comes down to for men is men are emotional too. And don't think that we aren't. We're emotional too.
Yeah.
And we have to experience
What's your sign?
a lot of rejection.
You're Libra? What's yours?
Scorpio.
Oh, shit.
Right? So and men experience a lot of rejection. The men who have a lot of women in their life, they have a high strikeout rate, right?
My ex-husband's a Libra.
They're all on the and 1 out of every 5, 1 out of every 10 is gonna be somebody they can talk to and get to know.
Right.
But it's one of those situations where you just save yourself.
Are you guys in a relationship?
No. No, not in a relationship.
So
When was your last one?
About almost 3 years ago.
Wow.
2 years ago.
Wow.
look at the dating situation in our age group nowadays.
I'm kind of chilling, man.
Jaded.
I'm working. I dove into my
Personal,
work.
yeah.
I'm just laser focused on work.
Yeah.
And, I asked the Lord, I said, listen, I needed to come with rainbows and unicorns. I need signs and wonders.
So, but do you
Whoever-
date? Are you on dating sites?
No, I'm not on dating sites.
Okay.
I'm not on dating sites. I do date. I'm from the old school.
Wait a minute. We do bar talk. You on every site there is. I'm on every line. What you talking? I'm everything
for sure.
There's nothing I'm not on. There's nothing. No, I don't. Talk radio show. Because I try to get all.
Dating website. See, this is the bullshit I'm talking
I'm just talking about on any site.
I need to get on here. Do I need to get on here?
Well, I'm not on his like, yeah. I just said I'm on everything because of the fact that Bar Talk with Jay is trying to reach out to the people that's singing with the state.
Bar Talk.
I got it for bar talk reasons. I'm not going for personal reasons.
So
No, I'm not. And one of the reasons why I'm not, because I was healing from the last one I was in. And the last one I was in,
I just came. I have a good deal.
They don't close those books before they open up another.
Well, I guess I was. I was married for 17 years, been for 23 years. So again, we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
So
That's that's 7 years. They say the
so
hump day.
going through all that, and now being in this place, yes, it's different.
Yeah.
And that's why I was mentioning boundaries and going through something different. Because again, I met somebody that helped me in my life because I met somebody that had boundaries. So it made me start looking at things differently because I was so like everything runs off of like how a boyfriend. It seems like everything runs off pretty much what I dictate. But when you meet that woman that got boundaries, I don't care how powerful you are, you're gonna respect her. Her boundaries, and you're gonna learn to respect her, and it makes you a stronger. Exactly, it makes it a stronger conversation piece because now I know what we're gonna talk on, what we're gonna be on because she let that be known up front.
Right.
I ain't gotta go all the way down the line to meet somebody else. And the first thing she wanted to know is, who are you? Not your job. I want to know who you are. Right. I ain't had nobody. If I tell them what I did,
interesting question.
Run companies got a total break your show. That's what they want. She want to know who are you.
And the answer.
Okay,
Because well, here's what happens. When you ask the question, it immediately gives you the tools you need to assess their behavior going forward. They said they were this. They said they were that. They said, oh, they are on point. They are on purpose. They are.
Let me tell you what she told me. She said, after all them jobs and everything else, I need to know who I'm loving because I'm going to be through 3 things that you in right now because I see you being great.
Is that how you went down?
No, unfortunately, that's not the one. But she gave me a lot of insight where I know what I want. I know what true love is, and she gave me unconditional. When I said women do not love men unconditional, at one time she gave me unconditional.
Yeah, and that is true.
She gave me unconditional.
Women don't do what?
I said a lot of women do not do unconditional love with men. Because they got it with their kids, they do it with a dog. They do it, but they don't always do it with a man.
I think men have a greater propensity to love unconditionally, but we've been through just as much as y'all been through. So now we see something and we meet it. This is something we meet it, and I think that's what we all have. We all have this. Oh, I've seen that before.
Conditioning.
No, I'm not interested in that. And so you wind up walking into the relationship with both hands like this.
Yeah.
And then, so you're like that, and the women are like that, so that's why.
That's why it makes it so tough. That's why it makes it so tough.
There has to be some type of give. It can't be just everything. It has to be a little bit of pushback.
You got to have
and respect yourself and know who you are to allow certain pushback to be pushed.
Right. And the question is, when you see those things, is it the time to address them?
Right.
Or do you just need to sit back and say, oh, this is who they are?
No.
Because if you address them, it's almost like you're starting to change them. And not necessarily change them, but you're definitely being outspoken about what you don't like.
That way I can get cash and give them a bit more.
Right?
We're going to share the money.
Because sometimes come across judgmental because
You know, I want to say this, and it's so interesting. My last relationship, the reason why, I'm never normally like, I'm not enemies with my ex, but I'm not like holding him in a high esteem either, right? But my last relationship, I have so much respect for him. He taught me so much, like in the communication department. Like, we took counseling, we did counseling, couple counseling, just dating, right? His idea.
right.
And oh my God, like this guy was like top tier. And we never argued. We had disagreements. We never had one argument. We were together 3 years.
Okay.
We never had one argument. We had disagreements.
And get quiet.
We never raised our voice. We never cursed at each other.
Okay.
Never, ever, ever. The way he showed up, it made me want to show up the same.
Okay.
He was so revered, so respectful, he was so well versed, right?
Yes.
And he would say to me, baby, I would like to have a conversation with you about, something I noticed earlier. Is this a good time for you?
Right. That's how it's supposed to be done.
It's like, yeah, baby. Instantly, I'm like, yeah, baby, yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you paid attention to how you landed. He said, I know you love me, baby. I love you. But sometimes you land a little hard.
You land a little hard.
See how she is?
And I said, wow. Oh, wow. That's not my intention.
That's good. That's good.
Instant accountability.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't harsh. It wasn't aggressive. It wasn't intrusive.
Yes.
And he asked, is this a good time for you? Can I talk to you? Listen.
That's lovely.
Listen. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
And he was older than me.
Yeah.
About 7 years older.
Okay. That matters.
An esteemed guy.
Okay.
But his word choice.
Yes.
Everything was absolutely everything.
It sounds like a rich opportunity to go there. I'd have to ask what
ended it? Because I wasn't where I needed to be for that kind of man.
That makes sense.
Accountability.
I had accountability, but my mindset, he would like to, we went to couple counseling. Like he bought these books. That's why I'm serious. And I'm going somewhere with this. These boots are $3,500, Saint Laurent, right?
Right.
And I would say, babe, I got I own a boutique. I have a fur line. Like, I'm doing my, I would rather use that money somewhere else, right? I would rather you give me the $4,000 to put it somewhere else. Right. You want to know what he said?
What?
Baby, I can respect that. I can understand that.
Yeah.
He said, but baby, I want to be able to spend my money on my woman like I want to.
Oh, give me that. Lord have mercy. And you didn't understand.
And you wasn't in that space. You couldn't get in that space.
No. She being totally
I'm being honest because I was not. Listen, I was not there like now. But I don't want it back because we did what we did, and it was for me to get I care about him. He's a great guy. But I know I wasn't. I was just like, oh, that's so selfish of him. When I was like, damn, like, instead of spending $10,000 on me in the store, like, let me put that towards my fur line and da-da-da-da. We did counseling. Even the
counseling and dating, that's real.
We did counseling, and it was his idea. And then he didn't pick just any counselor. He picked a counselor that go back to the days when he counseled Martin Luther King and Coretta.
Okay.
This guy is just, like Suleiman.
Yeah, it's that's
really? Like, but it wasn't that I wasn't ready for that part of it. It was just that his point of view and my point of view didn't match up, right? And it's not for me to change how I see things,
right?
To meet him, because I would have been lying. I wouldn't have been myself.
Right.
We always showed up as ourselves, our organic, authentic selves. But I learned so much from that man.
And that's what it
See, that's
when
what,
it comes to
that's
our
what-
relationships, we get so mad, we forget about that. It's called inner growth. You know, where she's saying, "Nah, I don't really want to go back, but I appreciate all what he did for the growth that where I'm at now." And when I hear her, it says,
That's good.
when I tell you, when you hear what she just said, it gave me a hope of life to realize that I'm not the only one that grew from a relationship that really failed. You gotta look at it as a learning situation and say, and quit thinking I can go back. It's not that. It is for you to heal, to be a stronger you, to be the best
He
you.
made me better. Seriously. You know how we say, oh, make somebody better for the next man or woman? Like,
can't be mad at
I cannot.
mad at that.
Listen, he just had a birthday. Scorpio. 11/11. I was.
Oh my goodness.
11:59. I was like waiting by the phone, right? Just to tell him happy birthday. Like, not to infringe on whatever he could have going now, because we've been apart now a year. But it's love. Always will be. And I know it's the same with him with me.
And that's where they all should end up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In fact, what you experience and how you grew out of that is what all of these failure opportunities has been about.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of what I decided. I'm like, okay, they're not in vain.
Yeah.
Right.
I grew, I learned something.
Yes.
I figured out more what I wanted.
Yes.
I set up boundaries. So, just like you mentioned, testimony.
Yeah.
Right? From trial to testimony. That's what it's about. Trial, testimony.
So what we can't do. So to me, another message in that message, we cannot look at the experiences and let them exhaust us. We got to let them exalt us.
Yes.
Woo, right?
Preaching tonight.
That's what we got to do. And it's because we know better, right?
Right.
You know, we know better.
Right.
So it's like, emotions, man. Like,
let's see. Let me tell you, what you just said is profound, right? And that is an idea that that's a pill we all could swallow to help us heal. One of the major issues is that nobody's healing. Nobody knows how to heal.
Nobody knows how to heal.
But when you get perspectives like that,
yeah,
like no matter what happened, there was some good in it.
Yeah.
No matter what happened, I learned. Yeah. I know now exactly what I don't want.
Yeah.
What I'm not willing to put up with. I'm a little bit stronger this time. I'm a little more free this time. I'm a little more educated. That's what they're all about.
Yeah.
And people, in their 40s and 50s that have gone through numerous, we've gone through dozens and dozens of
absolutely.
People, we find rationale in our past.
There you go.
And that's healing.
There you go.
Right?
And that's healing.
That
is
healing. Absolutely. I think we as women, we appreciate and we're learning.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? When we learn something from our spouse or whatever, we appreciate that so much more. And then we're willing to accept and not necessarily accept, but understand where our spouse was coming from at some point, and we appreciate them for that. You know what I mean? And growing up with all those different aspects back in the day or whatever, and then you come to this realization in life, you're like, I need somebody, I want somebody that's going to teach me something.
Mental emotional problem.
They have a trauma.
And you know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody has something trauma that's going on in their life. And that's up to them and them. You can't make them heal from that trauma. They have to heal from that trauma. You understand? But you can give them some type of...
You want to know something else, too? And I'm sorry not to cut you off. This is interesting, right? Ask you guys, were you guys on any dates? Yes, God. So one of my good girlfriends, she found, like, this cool guy, and because I'm so against online dating, like I feel like creeps on there. I feel like you don't know who you're getting, right? Mm-hmm. But so I said, okay, I'll let them make a profile for me on this one particular site, and I will not give none of the guys like my number outside. I just feel the app is safest, right? Okay. So I was talking to this one particular person, and he was like, I can't really make a connection on here. Like, can I get your number? And I was like, no, let's just keep it here. And he goes, and I said, because, he's like, what are you basing it off of? Like past experiences? And I was like, well, these things are creepy. I don't know. He's like, you're bouncing trauma.
Ooh. You're bouncing.
And I instantly, it was like, he's right.
Okay. You took it in.
He said, I didn't get upset because I was like, wow, that triggered something. I was like, he's right. I don't even know this guy, but I'm basing it off of past whatever or things I read, not even giving him a fair shot.
Right.
And he was like, you're bouncing trauma. It sounds like it's some trauma you hadn't healed from.
Right.
And I said to him, you're probably right.
Okay.
You're probably right, but I'm still not giving you my number. But you're probably right though, so I need to give that a little attention because that means I'm not ready to give you my number.
Right.
Well, if you weren't ready to give him your number, if you weren't ready to go, over that first hump, what are you there for?
I'm there because I want some motion when it comes to that in life, right? And I don't
some action, some
type of something, and just some type of synergy or something. I wanted some motion.
And
so
because I don't go to clubs.
So you get motion when the match comes up. When the match comes up.
Well, it's a lot of guys that are saying something, but some guys can say things or do certain things that spark me. Right? He didn't spark me. Right? He didn't
speak your love language.
Yeah, and then there was another guy that I did, out of all the guys, like several guys were hitting me. Like it was like a little overwhelming actually.
Yeah.
And so when I responded to this one guy, it's because he didn't text, he did a voice memo. Because you could do your voice or you could do text. He's like, I have so much to say, I didn't want to, text you. He said so many kind things and I was like, So anyways, I speak to him and then it turned out that he wasn't because he wasn't ready to date because of his life, his financial world, like the things he was doing. I'm like, why are you on here? You're not even ready to date certain caliber of women. Like, not to judge what anyone does for a living, but it matters. Like,
it matters.
Certain women, it just matters.
I did online dating a lot.
Did it work? Didn't work for you?
But I didn't look at it to find a mate.
Oh,
what did you do it for? I did it for fun.
Wow.
I don't online dating. See the way I feel about online dating.
You see how?
Yeah. The thing with online dating is because you don't know who you're going to encounter, you don't know what the situation is or whatever. You're totally oblivious to this person on the side.
Yeah.
So you can't put so much into it and say dating.
Yeah.
I'm just here to have fun and meet new people.
But I still think you want the message out. I didn't want guys looking for fun.
But when you, but see, there's a difference between, but there's a difference between looking for somebody to have fun or just to be on here just because you're interested in.
So in your thing, what would you say? Because like I said, I put life partner, monogamous.
I mean, I'm looking for a relationship. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
I didn't approach it as if, okay, so I'm looking for a relationship. So let me see what this check out this.
Right.
No, because I don't
know
how this shit is gonna work. You understand what I'm saying? So I looked at it.
But wait, I have to ask. Mm-hmm. So when it came to like the guy and what he did for a living, like that didn't matter. Like
that mattered.
But not yet. Not yet.
But why not yet? Because this is who you are now. You're not going to change your profession later. You're not going to overnight be a doctor.
I'm not going to date. I'm going to go online and see somebody or whatever, and they just chilling. They really. No, you have to have some type of goal. You have to have some type of.
See, I like the way you started. Because you can't dive into all of that stuff. You get to see if there's a vibe.
You got it. Yeah.
So immediately you're attacking issues.
Right.
You're going to find something you don't like.
But that's the thing.
If you can talk and you can communicate, you can have a conversation.
But when you're dating online, you have to specifically put what you want in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
In that aspect.
That's also that dating online.
That's what you're looking for. And then that's when you say,
yeah, no, I agree.
I'm not going to put too much pressure on there. You understand what I'm saying? As long as the person that's approaching me knows that looking for a relationship, this is the age group, this is the type of person that I want to date, this and the third. You understand what I'm saying? That way, okay, I know this person's on that same level. Then we'll get into, okay, yeah, how you doing? It's not that serious, but I would love to get to know who you are. Let's talk about it, have a conversation. I did this shit for years.
Yeah. Right. Have you done Hinge?
Huh?
Hinge?
I haven't done, put it like this. I haven't done it in a long time, but I have not done Hinge. I haven't done anything that.
Yeah, Hinge is supposed to be like.
Can I ask a couple of old
Yes, please.
Online dating.
Okay.
Like for real.
You gotta come over here.
Like,
you gotta come to the couch.
You
gotta come over to the couch. Go to the far side. Go to the dark side.
You good?
Oh, well, okay. Button up. Button up, tighten it. Come on.
My granddaughter might run.
I mean, I tried it, but I'm still not like an online dater. Yeah.
You can tell. You can tell.
There's too many opportunities because I don't come right back. That's my problem. I go in there, I have a good hour, 2 hours, and I'm gone for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all got a lot going on.
Yeah.
But like you said, we don't go to clubs. There's a lot of places that we don't go. So again, online just make it more convenient, but it doesn't give you the same thing compared to somebody approaching you.
Right.
Because again, that's gutsy. That's when, you can get turned down in the middle of a club and sit at the table. I remember these days.
Yeah, and
you walk over to that table,
walk over
and sit there, having them a nice drink, and I'm trying to shoot my shot, and you shoot it the wrong one. You walking away kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
It built character.
Question for the lady.
It built character at that time because believe me, when I went back, my brother was gonna talk junk. They be like, "Oh, you ain't get no number." Yeah, I knew it didn't work out well for you, but I still took the time to walk over there to take the time to be able to speak to somebody and see if I can get them where I could get a conversation going. And they didn't know me, and I didn't know them.
So, this is a good question. So, have anybody approached a guy before?
Oh no, I'm never doing that.
I mean, on day sides, you're somebody who approach with it,
This is me. I'm old school with that. I don't believe. I need my man to chase, like not physically, like run behind me, But I need to know that you saw me and you chose me.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, drop the mic on that. You ain't saying nothing after that. Just nothing else to say. Get that mic on.
That's wrong with going after what you want, cause you seen. You going.
Right.
Because you might miss your opportunity because you was quiet.
Yeah. And I have missed a many.
I mean, he didn't but I still want him to see that I feel that.
Yeah, and then look, let me say this. I've had moments where I probably saw a guy and then he looking and I'm like, oh, so I'm looking like, oh, so you're not say that you not him then.
Yeah, but I'm saying
because him, he's gonna walk for me. I can only say for me. Because later in the argument, you're not gonna say shit. You approach me.
And they do come back with that shit.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do come back with that shit.
You approach me.
Yeah, they do. They sure do.
Guys gonna say shit.
They are good. They will, like they will. They will. They'll say that. Yep, they will.
So you might see something in that.
And I'm gonna leave that shit in there.
So listen.
Dog fly.
Say something.
Sure, say something.
We will be invited.
Wave,
No.
Now,
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
How in the hell are we supposed to know if you don't give us?
I'm looking.
Nah. You dressed up, looking fine. How you looking is me. You might be looking approachable.
I'm like a guy. I'm not with that shit.
Listen, a smile.
I'm like a guy. If I see,
Maybe back in the day, if I'm like a guy. If I saw something, a closed mouth don't get fed. Hey, how you doing?
You got,
but now I'm 52 now, so now it's like just really don't say nothing.
I'm 53.
See, that's fine.
Say something to me.
I'm 53 and I'm saying something. Okay,
I love 53.
Listen, I'm telling you. Here go the tip. This is the tip, right? If you can let a guy know that you have opened the door a little bit, just give him an innuendo.
Do that. I get it. I smile. I smile.
You gotta be a little out of the box.
If I look at you, I don't know. I'm not saying like that.
I was and I was at the checkout, and within 1 month, 2 men in line. I swear I don't know why and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, just pay for my stuff. Never
Yes, go.
said, hey, what's your name? Like,
Yeah.
you don't like me? Is this what you do?
Just recently.
Some guys just want to, guys do that. Like, some guys just want to, like, just pay it forward.
I'm not paying for nobody. I mean, if I'm paying it forward, but I'm not. Yeah, you're right. I will, but I'm gonna pay for
You.
Right.
Pay it forward.
Never he tried to.
Let us
How it be?
know. Walk up and heels right here. Or you. Because he can't see.
I'm what? I'm right there. You just pay for my stuff.
Well, I mean, it's gotta be something out of the box. Like,
We gotta ask Cash too. What is it that we can do? This she ain't gonna do it.
you can walk up on
So
me.
we need to know what is it that a man need to do to get your attention, because
Yeah.
you're not gonna do anything.
You already, they're gonna be pretty and we're gonna get looked at.
No, because
So I'm not mean, I swear. Like, I'm not mean. I know I don't.
Smile. Listen, a smile is,
went off on the show.
sometimes it could be a little nerve-wracking situation,
I
right?
kind of went off because
In the middle, listen, a smile goes a long way.
very long one. Good answer.
I've heard a man say
You
that.
look like, nigga, who is you? Who is you? What you gonna do? You a
But
bum,
that's
right?
Steve,
Nah, because the nigga said the
you're taking the camera. Yeah, you're gonna turn on the camera.
not though. Like, in terms of,
Right.
like,
I'm sorry, sir.
perception.
Like, yeah, like, I'm really a wholesome person. I like chilling out, like down home stuff. And I'm a celebrity stylist. I styled R. Kelly for like 5 years. Like, I styled like the best of the best. Like, I'm even here now, just being some humble shit. But like,
Beautiful.
I got my own little situation, so I'm not like
Are hard to talk.
looking for nobody to.
Beautiful women are hard to talk.
Why are beautiful? Why?
Because they like that get a lot of attention. Then you got to sift through more bullshit. So when I come up genuine,
I'm annoying.
perhaps.
Because it ain't even see because you don't just want a beautiful woman. You want a woman that's beautiful, maybe, but with substance.
Yeah, but you won't find all that out until you break that. Go ahead.
So, this is an epiphany for me. Just yesterday, I was giving grace and honor and thanks humbly to God about my situation and what I have going on and who I have going on with and everything I have been through. And then I was just riding and driving and shit, and I'm like, a woman is just more than just a piece of ass. We want a piece of ass.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'm the whole motherfucking table.
Yes.
Understand me?
Yes.
The goddamn energy spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, all the goddamn above. So for females or whomever they think that it's all about just a piece of ass, that's obsolete. Like it doesn't mean it. Yeah. It doesn't. A piece of ass doesn't mean anything. You have to come with more than that. I'm a wholesome woman.
Yeah.
And I like a wholesome man. Now, I might not look like it.
Right.
I just want to pull.
And I might not act like it.
Right.
Sometimes when I'm happy, off the drink and off the weed.
You look like it and you act like it.
Thank you. See, that's the part.
No, it's important. No, I have mercy. Let me snatch it.
I'm working on it, and I'm not a wholesome woman because I love home. I love love.
Yeah.
I love to be a part of my environment, which is my house, my sacred space, my peace, my tranquility. Right. You understand?
You just spoke all my magic words.
Oh, but
All my magic words.
yeah, that's
That's us.
brother man.
Blessed to be here.
How we doing, Bree?
How you feeling? All right now.
How we doing, boo?
What happened to the hooper?
Man, before the show even ends, I want to make sure all y'all know, man, y'all are the best.
The great.
Y'all made us feel very at home here. Yes. And I love y'all atmosphere, y'all energy.
Special and shit.
Yes.
You can't control you. We're trying to. We love y'all energy and we love where y'all are at. And just one of the best conversations.
Guys are doing. We love what you guys are doing.
Especially Cash, because Cash don't know. She dropped so many dimes. And then she dropped one that messed us all up. She still ain't gave us the secret to how did you approach you. Because you are out there and you're willing to be open and be with somebody. But yet you're not willing to do anything to be with anybody.
I am though. She is though.
That's what I want to find out how. I want to tell it.
Like,
as you, as a
Like,
brand new.
Like, no, like, where?
I see
like,
you across the room. What's happening?
Where are we?
Yeah.
Like, where are we at where are we? A public spot.
Maybe low lighting, restaurant.
Oh, you talking about restaurant, public, gas
Are
station?
you at a bar? You sitting over there? You know what I mean? How would you like to be? How do women like to be approached?
It depends on the environment. That's why I want to know where we are.
where we are.
Yeah.
So paint the visual. Tell me what yes, it should not be hard for
I'm
you.
only gonna be at a restaurant, like a convenience store, you know.
You gonna goddamn be. This ain't hard for you. Now paint the picture.
No,
Well,
it's
listen.
not that. Excuse me. What they're asking you is we're in an imaginary world right now.
Where are we at? We're in the club.
No, you tell us.
You tell us what
We're in the club.
And then I tell you how I would want to be
We're in
in
the
the
club.
club.
We're in the club.
Oh, love in the club.
Are you
Okay, go in the restaurant. We don't need no club. Go with a restaurant. I have to go with myself. Okay. Because you ain't having at me in no club. So that's a good. Yeah, you can't get out of there. No club. No club. You can't be out of
Excuse me, I'm gonna set this.
Okay, set the
You
scene.
guys are at Kroger.
We're at Kroger's.
You're on aisle 5.
We're on aisle 5.
Both of you are looking at the essential oil.
Essential oil. Okay.
He asks you,
Okay.
do they have peppermint?
Okay.
And you saw him already look at you before.
Okay.
Take it over.
Okay, so you asked me, do they have peppermint? Like, we're looking at the essential oils.
Have you seen peppermint right here? I'm looking for peppermint.
I'm looking at you, right? This is me looking over at you, like, I'm not in my business.
Right.
I'm checking you. I'm gonna look you up real quick. 1, 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. And I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna see like how I can help you find the peppermint oil, because that's just how I am as a person. I'm very helpful.
Right.
So I know I wouldn't be mean. I wouldn't say I don't know. I work here because that's not my vibe. So I'm trying to help you find it, and then I was like, oh, okay, here it is right here. They got 2 different sizes. There you go.
Okay. So
And now it's on you.
What is your name?
your opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some fun.
Hey, listen.
Let me have some fun with it. Okay, so now that I'm found this peppermint, what kind do you like? Do you like anything?
If you went,
Okay,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, see, that would be too forward, right?
Okay, no, but what did you just say? You said when I gave you the peppermint, what did you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your name?
Cash.
Cash. Nice.
With a K, though, not a C. I get mad when people spell it with a C because it's really E with a K.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
It's a little harder than C. I like that.
Yeah, it's with a K.
Yeah, where you from?
Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Southern girl.
Yeah, so you like collard greens and neck bones.
I love collard greens and neck bones. I graduated from the HBCU.
Ah, I love it. Listen, I really don't have a whole lot of time right now, but I'm wondering if I can speak with you sometime.
Don't say speak with me, and don't say that. That sounds too like. I mean, listen.
I'm just
When you say speak to me, it sounds like that's a line.
I'm not gonna say holla. I'm not gonna say speak with you. I'm gonna say speak to you. Can I call you?
I'm sorry, I was over there, but I did not like. I don't have a lot of time, right?
Right, I didn't like
You
that.
sound like you're reading out of a book.
Yeah, in between the lines.
Well, what I'm trying to do is set the stage. I want to get you all going.
I did like when you said I don't have a lot of time.
I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry, but I'd like to know.
Yeah, that's how he landed. Like in another way. Say that, but in another way.
I want you to tell me what to say.
Okay, if you would have been like if you would have been like, okay, I don't want to come off like I'm sounding like a creep, and I know you shocked.
What's the line?
But damn, I'd love to take you out
You
like
had
later.
enough time to ask me
Like
about
I'd love to
that.
meet you for drinks. Like, is that possible? Like if you just
Go straight to the go.
Yes.
Go straight to the
Yes. Yes. Huh? You got hold of it?
Yeah. I'll see you next time.
All right, baby.
I would love to take you out.
Yeah, if you
I'll
said
be there.
that,
I don't know if I'll be there.
really.
You don't think
Go out to the grocery store, ball it up.
Like if you said that to me, because I love meeting people in grocery stores and post office.
I'm not ready to ask out. I'm
then
to get to know that.
Going through the grocery store, ball nothing on. Talking to you, said, girl, about what the fuck?
We do. If you say you're not ready to like ask
No
me
matter
out,
what I say, I'm never gonna come across rash, too fast, too
well,
hard.
but that's to you. But you saying I don't. But see, this is my thing, right? I just feel like if you feel something when you see me, let's move on that. And I want to do more of the personal communication. I don't like the phone. Like I don't want to be your pen pal or your phone buddy.
Right.
Like I
You want me to take you out?
And we can go to the park, Chastain Park. We can meet and walk. Cause I don't need you to give me nothing to eat. That ain't it. If you're trying to check for me, I'm gonna let you do it. So it don't always have to be like, oh, we're gonna go eat or drink. We ain't gotta do that. You can say, let's meet at the park. Yeah. That shit is amazing.
And it's creative.
You can be at the park and have a bottle of motherfucking water and just walk and talk.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
I want this. I want the personal. I want to like feel you.
Right.
I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to text.
Right.
And not all of that. I'm busy.
Yeah,
you
like-
ain't busy enough to ask me about
Right.
that.
Like, let's walk around the park. Like, how hard you work. Like I love Chastain Park. Like if you said like you get Chastain Park.
So you should ask me out right away.
Yeah.
I like no time to waste.
No, because and the reason why right away.
That's not my style, though.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm not gonna ask
Because
you
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you got my attention. You got mine. I got yours. Why not seize the moment? Why not elongate it and talk on the phone and it turn into something it ain't? Because I'm not now as if it's like you're not as invigorating now. Because we're on the phone and I'm like,
Stop it. That's not
just being honest.
I've talked about it for years and years and years. You're rejecting the norm.
I ain't the norm.
Perhaps,
Not
right?
the norm.
But here's it.
When I someone that's looking for straight love.
There you
Right.
go, baby. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
There you
I
go.
love.
Well, yeah, see,
I'm not.
But- hold on. What's she looking for? She ain't the only one.
And you too.
But I'm showing love. It just may be the wrong love language. Right?
What I really want us to yes.
But you gotta hear how she's talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear.
Talking in her feelings.
Right.
She's talking with emotion.
Right.
So therefore, she's looking for love. You can hear the looking for love. Because while she's
That's why
talking,
she's
I'm like,
so-
everybody,
Right.
everybody
But see-
is not like Cash, and we get it.
Right.
Oh, we know
Looking
that.
for love.
Yes.
Every woman is not.
But
Right.
So, but if you come to her and she's talking to you in that frame, and you're not talking how she's not talking,
It's not
and
bad.
it's so
It don't even
it's
matter.
not gonna talk to you.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
gonna
doing.
talk to
No,
you.
that's what I'm
It's
doing.
we done ball up the
But-
dog and I'm gone. Like,
I just want y'all to know the reason we doing this right now is
Okay.
that's what a lot of people just don't know. We're not there.
Yeah.
Our communication is not as great as we think it
Teachability
is.
is very good.
Yes, you can.
I'm not trying to be biased, but men, some of y'all are mental, and more women have power. And what y'all have did is gave up y'all power to be like a home man. Like y'all would rather for a woman to stand there and take care of you guys without being unhealthy. I'm talking about in your healthy body. You want us to take care of you as though you should take care of us. somewhere the plan done changed, and we done misconcepted. The women are now taking care of men with
I have
power.
a misconception.
Women are making more money than men. Women are in more power than men. Well, what we changed that at? Because it's supposed to be the men taking care of the women.
It was some of the women that changed the women.
I would like to say, with all respect, a lot of women became more masculine in going after their own ambition because they didn't have a man. And when they did that, they became more powerful. But then that's when we started.
That's
it came from different people.
All women ain't that. The rationale is that women are just as strong as men.
Yeah, all right, but the ones that did, those are the ones I'm trying to have this conversation even with Cash, because they still need to be approached. They still need to be like you said, for a person that would want to date you, it's not gonna come off the simpleness of what you used to deal with. You done been through so much now, you're not even looking at that. You're not even looking at nothing simple. Right, that's packed. Right. So now how are you gonna approach somebody that's on game, that got boundaries, and they ain't gonna sit there and play these games that everybody else is playing? Right. That's why I want to have a real conversation. That's what we having now. That's why I was asking Cash exactly how you want somebody to kind of approach you. Yeah. What kind of conversation really need to be had? Because everybody guessing.
What she said is very
relevant. What she said is so relevant because it's called reading the room.
There you go. Come on, read the room.
Perhaps.
It's called, yes,
there's a lot of ego in that.
No, because she pulled out the very essence of what I was saying. She was like, listen to her. She's talking with emotion. This is a girl that knows what she wants, and she's ready to see if you could possibly be that guy. But if not, it's okay. It's okay though. Right. And so for me, it's not like I'm in a hurry. Because I'm not in a hurry, but I also would love to, if I have something with you, I want to explore it. Okay. And my love language may not be your love language.
I'm not going to tiptoe, right? But I'm not going to come at you.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, because
I'm not going to ask you out and I just met you. I'm going to ask her an opportunity to get to know you somehow. Whatever my word track.
Yeah, that
I don't have a history of
that too much time. Like that part wouldn't interest me.
Right.
Like, and you know what's crazy? Back to the online dating, right? Uh-huh. So the guy that I gave my number to, he was like, maybe it was his birthday weekend. It's a Scorpio. Okay. And so it was his birthday weekend. And so I was like, he was like, I don't know what's happening. But yeah. So he was like, my birthday is actually today. I was like, oh my God, happy birthday. That's so crazy. He was like, I know. He's like, I was hoping that you would, respond back, and I was like, yeah. So he goes, he said, so I want to meet you. Maybe we could earlier in the day, I live in Buckhead, you live in Buckhead. Maybe I can meet you at one of the bars over there or something or whatever, And I was like, okay, cool. I'll be leaving the gym because he's a trainer. And I was like, I'll be leaving the gym, so whatever works, like no pressure, because I don't ever like to come off like I'm trying to get a meal, you know what I mean? Because I know that's like a thing now. So I don't want to ever seem like I'm in that climate of, yeah.
Tell me y'all could be going out to eat free all week.
Girl, but these guys are thinking like that's what women like. Yeah, but that's not my MO. So,
I like to cook.
So he says to me, I'll give you a call. Now listen to me. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Like by 11, because I'll know then, like, because he's like, my friends got some plan for me for the weekend. I was like, oh, cool, whatever. He was like, yeah. So I'm going to definitely give you a call. Now we're doing all this conversation on the app. He's like, I'm definitely going to give you a call, by 11 tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, 11 o'clock comes, no call. 11:15 comes, no call. 11:30 comes, no call. 12 o'clock.
He's blowing.
He hits me at 4 o'clock.
In the afternoon.
I was supposed to meet earlier, but listen to how I go. Listen to how I go. So he sends me a message and he says, hey, he was like, dang. He was like, what's going on? He said,
I had so much to do.
He said, I gotta renew my subscription, otherwise I won't let you guys hear. So he says to me, yeah, I'm so sorry. Because remember, we're voice memoing. We're not texting. We're voice memoing, but on the app, right? No, that was just
What time was the original meetup?
supposed to be 11 a.m. Okay.
A phone
So
call.
a phone call at best, just a phone call, right?
Right.
So he goes, da da da. He says to me, he goes, yeah, I went and got, I had a client, then I went and got I got my hair cut, and then I went in the gym myself, got a couple of pumps in, and I'm hearing all this. I'm like, so I couldn't get out of all those moments. I couldn't get 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
You got
I can't get 30. You got your haircut. You on the way there. I couldn't. So I said, so he goes, then to add insult to injury, he goes, not only are you not trying to still see me, now this is Friday. Maybe we can get together next week.
Oh.
So I don't say nothing right away because I'm in my emotions, right? So I don't want to react, right? I don't want to be reactive. So I give it a minute, and I just say, "Ooh, you gotta be fucked up, right?" So this is why I don't do this shit, right? That's what we say, right? So I'm like, wow. So listen, I said to him before I even really listened to what he said, and he takes. I said, I'm sorry. I said, so where do you want to be now? And then I looked back what he said, and I realized he said next week. Oh, you done? And I said, I misread what you said. I said, you want to get together next week? I said, you know what? It's all good. Enjoy your weekend. I was done.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah. So
then he hits me Sunday evening. Hey, what's going on, Cash? I just wanted to hit you up. Maybe possibly we could get on the phone and talk a little bit and get to know each other and FaceTime and whatever. So I'm like, what? So I had to calm down a little more. So I said, I'm going to send him a message. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to send him a message. So I sent him a voice memo, and I was like, because he had messaged me again. I still hadn't said anything. And so I respond. I said, hey, make a name up here. I said, hey, D, what's going on? How are you? I was like, I hope your birthday was amazing. I said, but I have to say, babe, the reason I haven't been responding, or I've been reluctant to respond to you, is because I felt like the way that happened, and we are just getting to know one another, I feel like you should show up your best version of yourself, right? I was like, we don't know one another. This is an app, and we're trying to figure out who's who and what everybody's about. Right. I said, and I feel like you didn't respect my time. I said, because when you went and got your hair cut and you went and had, I said, you had a couple of moments, you had a couple of pauses, and you never thought to say, I told this girl who I reached out to a time. And not only did I not adhere to the time, I wasted her entire day. Because I really was holding my day because I'm like, damn, like, what are we doing, right? So when 2 o'clock came, of course, I released my day, but I was holding that little window because I'm like, I don't know, right? So, and I said all of this to him in a voice memo. And I said, I don't know you. I don't know you from a can of paint. I said, but what I do know of you is not, it's not sitting well in my spirit.
Right.
I said, how you're moving and how you're landing. I'm not sure if you're aware how you're landing, but it's not speaking my love language. I said, you're doing a non-negotiable.
So you fired him.
And guess what he did? I said, I know you probably gonna say, you tripping. Small hit me back and said, Cash, I appreciate that. And I apologize. The level of accountability was out of this freaking roof.
Come on, I gotta be friends.
Come on,
this is the guy from the online dating site, Hinge. Okay, I don't do this, but I let my friends talk me into making a profile, right? So the level of accountability was remarkable. So I went on to say, you know what? Let me just, because I'm giving grace. We don't know one another, like, right. And the fact that he came back, how dare I not act like I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I think he deserves grace. So I was like, you gave grace. Okay. So he calls me, and so we get on the phone and we start talking, and I was like, because I'm attracted to bosses. What I mean by that is like, I don't care if you just say, you used to work for Carmichael Car Wash and you decided to start your own, and you right now in the Family Dollar parking lot, but you getting your own thing going and you believe in you. I like bosses, right? Like, I like people that believe that much in their craftsmanship. I like people that believe that much in themselves, especially as a man. Because I don't like that word because people say it so much. I'm a boss bitch. I'm not a boss bitch. I hate that term. But I hate it though. But by trade I am. I've owned a boutique for 17 years. And I'm a costume designer and I'm a wardrobe stylist. I run my own ship. But I still don't like that term because it's so catchy right now. It's so like, it's a trend. I don't like that part. So when he said to me, we're talking, he was like, well, he says to me, let's talk later. He's like, I'm thinking he's a trainer. So then he says, I picked up a shift. And I said, you picked up a shift. Well, what do you do? And he said, well, I'm security. I do security on the side. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, he's like, yeah, I'm over here at the Lowe's Hotel, security. And I was like, not judging what a man do to get bread. I love that work. Do your thing, right? But it gotta make sense. Right. It gotta make sense, right? It gotta make sense. Yeah. So then I was even just trying to hear him out, we talking, and I was like, oh, so you I think I saw something on your page where you saying you had your own gym. He's like, yeah, I sold it during COVID. I was dating this girl. She had her shit together and had her own thing going, and she wasn't worried about me, so I didn't really know what to do, and she wasn't there for me and advising me. The girl. And I'm just like,
you ain't.
So I'm listening and I'm like, no.
Not gonna work.
No, not gonna work.
No, you was in hell.
Hell to no. It's like, no. Like, so it wasn't about the fact that he was a security. It was the fact of the blame game at this girl. Yeah. And then I don't even know, but I'm like, that's not her responsibility to pour into you and to make you like what? So I was like, that's why she left you.
And he wants to talk about accountability, but then I'm right outside.
Then back to my point is why I like to keep it on the app.
There you go.
Wow.
You know how this went all the way back around? We asked you questions, we found out. This is the kind of conversation I really love. I was able to find out a lot. I hope everybody learned how to deal with cash, because cash ain't easy. All the men that's listening to me, be punctual, be on time, keep your promise. For all the women in the room, they all in flowers, send flowers. Flowers is hazy. Chivalry
is not good.
I like when we leaving out of the restaurant, you gotta get my door. Sorry. If a man don't open the door for me, I'm just like, are you?
What we doing?
Or if we go to dinner, you don't pull my chair out?
Yeah. That's what he was in here.
Can you do you? Because you're not there yet.
Right.
Respectfully, do your thing. I'm not trying to change you, but it's just gonna work for me.
Yeah, and it does work for me.
Just like chivalry. I like a manly man. Yeah. And a man.
But listen,
it's all men open that door.
And women who act like they didn't want that. They didn't care.
So I saw a girl saying something on Instagram the other day saying love bombing. This guy was saying something. So I said, she does not speak for all women. And see, I don't eat here. I don't eat there. I'm gonna go on me and my dude going. Like, remember when the girls talking about they don't go to Cheesecake Factory?
Oh yeah, that's fine. They don't go to Cheesecake Factory. That's the whole thing. Long
assets, property. I want a man to approach me with something, boots on. At Home Depot, which measuring tape and all that shit, because I need to meet somebody that say houses.
Okay.
You know,
We like that too. Yeah.
We gonna celebrate.
You did say you like to cook.
When we get done with one of them problems.
Y'all gonna cook in that house?
We gonna make the house make sense. We gonna respect each other for number one, and we gonna both do our part. 50,
Because
50.
as a woman, we are the
I like that.
Because no, as a woman, we are the what? As a woman, we are the motherfucking completion.
Yeah.
We are the completion as a woman. A man can out there build that house and do whatever he gotta do, but what a goddess, what an empress, what a queen do
Yes.
is she complete the motherfucking assignment.
That's right.
And we cannot forget. We cannot forget to complete the structure. We complete the motherfucking assignment because that it is what we do. Again, I'm the table. I'm the table. I'm the completion. I'm the woman. I'm the whole everything. But at the same time, you got to be that kind of goddamn man as well.
So can I say something?
Yeah.
Stop that.
I ain't with that shit.
I ain't $100 out of me. And the reason why I say that, if I only give you 50,
I'ma do
both of us got too much and 20. We don't need no
take care.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. Hey, baby, I think we done turned this thing out tonight. We gotta make sure that y'all check us out because we're probably gonna air this show in a couple weeks, right? We're gonna air it for Thanksgiving, right? We're gonna air this show for Thanksgiving. Okay. Thanksgiving on Thursday at 7 o'clock here on Facebook Live.
It's on Apple
Bar
Music,
Talk.
it's on Spotify.
Bar Talk.
It's on YouTube.
You guys, we had a great time. Thank you guys for having us. When you watch the show, you got several outlets to watch the show, right? So if you got an iPhone, you can go to Apple and you can download it from the podcast there. You can also watch us on YouTube.
Yes.
You can also go to Instagram. And push come to shove, just type in Bar Talk on Google and all the different outlets. Come on.
You all haven't seen our show. You gotta watch our show.
Yes. I gotta watch it. This was I'm so beautiful lady. Good. Yeah. So this is Bar Talk with Joe. That's what's up. And we want to thank you folks for being here with us tonight. As you can see, we had a fabulous time. We are here every Thursday from 7 to 8, Facebook Live. We're on every platform in the book. Like, subscribe, share some love. Come back and bring your family and friends with us. And, follow me on IG. That's KASH Howard.
There you go.
_ So that's KASH Howard. Cash Howard. Y'all follow me on there. Don't be in my DMs with no.
There she goes. Holla back. Right. Never forget, folks. We only do this because we love you. We appreciate you. And with that, we are.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Yeah. Run away now.